So what we're going to do now is an Irish stew. This is shoulder of lamb that's been boned, diced, excess sinew and fat being removed. First process we go through is really to remove any impurities that's in the meat. How we do that is to cover this with cold water, bring to the boil, wash off any scum, back into cold water, some seasoning, and that gets cooked for an hour and a half. As you can see, the lamb has now come to the boil, all the scum has come to the surface. This is the impurities that's in the meat. This should be removed because it will impede the flavour at the end result. What we're going to do now is wash the lamb in cold water, wash the pan, and then pop some seasoning into clean water and leave it on the stove for about an hour and a half, 2 hours until the meat's tender. As you can see, the water that it's in is nice and clear now, it's been washed off, and we return this to the stove for an hour and a half to 2 hours until the meat's tender, and that's when we add some vegetables and garnish. Okay, what we have here for the Irish stew, the lamb's been cooking for about an hour and a half, nearly 2 hours. It's not quite tender, but it's not far away. This is the opportunity now to add the onions, the trimmings of the potatoes after you've turned, celery, shredded Savoy cabbage, and leeks, plus the bouquet garni. I'll take that right down, not to add too much water. Too much water would make the stock quite weak, flavourless. So what we're looking for is a high concentration of stock. And what we'll do is now bring that to the boil, simmer for 30 minutes. That's when we add the button onions and the turned potatoes. We're just coming up to the finishing point of the Irish stew. The onions have been in and are cooked through. The potatoes, the turned potatoes have been put in. Now they're cooked. The potato trim from the turning potatoes have broken down and slightly thickened the cooking liquor. And what we're going to do now is just add a small amount of chopped parsley, remove the bouquet garni, check for seasoning, that needs just a touch. As this was started with water, it needs the flavour to be brought out, so a small amount of seasoning, touch more, perfect. Okay, there you have it, beautiful Irish stew.